Welcome back to Movies TV Mad. Welcome to this bonus stream. Let's see if anyone comes in. I had a bit of a short Movies TV Mad daily live today, so I thought I'd give you all a bit of a bonus stream just to see if anyone comes in. Maybe no one will come in, or two people will come in. Let's see if there's anyone about who wants to chat. This is basically a chilled stream. You can ask me anything you want. You can discuss anything you want. Favorite movies from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. You can, of course, talk about the DCEU, the MCU, the usual stuff. But basically, I am your entertainment guy. John, hi there. Hope you're feeling okay. Hi, John. Great to see you on the stream. This is just a bonus stream. This is not instead of the one tonight. I just thought I'd do an extra stream today because the Movies TV Mad Daily was very, very short. Feeling a bit rough earlier today, bad mood, lots of arguments here. And I decided I'm in a better mood now, and I thought I'd do a bonus stream. So you can ask me or talk to me about anything, any movie, from any genre, from any decade, any TV show, anything. Entertainment, that's what it's all about. And anyone can talk to me about anything. Let's see if we get any people here. It's a bit of a test as well. I need to find a really good time to do these live streams where more people can come in, because a lot of my subscribers are also from America. It's a bit difficult. And then we've got the UK subscribers as well. So I'm in Europe, so I'm more kind of beneficial to the European subscribers because they can come in at the same times. That is convenient to me. So yeah, as I say, this is a chilled stream. Talk to me about any film, anything you want to talk about, anything that's in your mind, anything that's concerning you about the entertainment industry. We can discuss it for sure. As I say, just a chilled stream for the next hour or so. So let's do this. Hopefully this will be fun. This could be a situation where no one comes in. That's what happens when you're a small YouTuber. You just don't know. You take the risk. And then if not many people come in, you're just gobbing off for an hour or so, then you say goodbye. It's not the end of the world, is it? Life's too short. Let's have some fun. Let's talk about movies. Let's talk about TV. Let's talk about anything that you want to talk about. And I'm here to chill out on camera and see what happens. Of course, this morning on the Movies TV Mad Daily Live, we discussed the rumor that the Batman is over 3 hours long. And I'm very interested about that. And also, I gave you my full theory for Supergirl in the Flash. It was great yesterday. And today, people are going in London, seeing what's going on there. And I'm told that Andy Muschietti purposely filmed there so the fans can go there. He's also sent out Michael Keaton and Ezra Miller to do some selfies with fans, which I thought was really good. John, did you see the photos of Michael Keaton with a fan in London? Yes, I did. And apparently that's Andy Muschietti's doing. He wanted to shoot there so fans can come along. And he wanted Ezra and Michael to come out. More important for Michael, because Michael's obviously an iconic Batman. So they want people to know he's involved in the film as that Batman. Yes, John, it's very, very exciting just to see Michael there and see Ezra there with the fan. I don't know if they took any other pictures with other fans. I think they may have done. But yeah, it was great. And I'm happy for that fan. It's a really good thing, isn't it? So it looks like the studio and the director are more than happy for fans to be there, to check things out, to look at the Central City bus, to look at the flashy car that looks like it's Batflex. And it's just great. These are not leaks that the studio don't want. This is not like in the past when things have been leaked, like the Shazam costume from the first film. These are things that are kind of being done officially. It's kind of public relations, if you like. And, you know, the DCEU needs all the good public relations it can get after the Snyderverse because the public relations weren't too good. Because I think when you are a director who likes to trigger people, which he does, by the way, he's admitted that, public relations go by the wayside. But I think this is the kind of thing they're trying to do. They're trying to get in there a bit more, have a good relationship with the fans. And, of course, that's very important. It's something that Kevin Feige prides himself at the MCU. That's why it's so – one of the reasons the franchise is so successful. So it's very exciting that they're filming there, that Michael and Ezra came out with the fan. How amazing was that? John, I think the car is Michael Keaton's Batman. I think so too, and quite a few people are saying that. Again, these are things that have been put out there for the fans to see, and I think it's great. I think today some fans were in the central point, but they were actually shooting in a corner lane in London, just a little bit away from there as well. So yeah, this is all great marketing, all public relations, great public relations, and it's really, really good that people can go and see what's going on location. And as I say, yesterday we saw some brilliant pictures of Sasha Calais Supergirl flying as well, which was brilliant. Then we saw other pictures of her kind of on this rooftop or something. I don't know what was going on there. And she seemed to be on her own with no other heroes, which is interesting. That's why I believe that we're in the future of the DCEU. We're in the future of the DCEU Earth 1, wherever she is, wherever she's from. Ronnie Dodge. Hey, mate. Hello, Ronnie. Welcome to my bonus stream. So very exciting, hey, Ronnie. Those two pictures of Sasha standing on the rooftop, talking to someone I don't know. No superheroes there. That's why I think this is the DCEU Earth 1 future. This is where Barry travels. And when Sasha's Supergirl realizes that she can go back to Barry's present and maybe save her parents' life, aka Lois and Clark, that's when she decides to do so. I think this is what we're heading towards. I could be wrong, of course. There's lots of scenarios. She could be any version of Supergirl, probably of 3 or 4, but I think she is from the future of the DCEU Earth 1 for sure. It's becoming very exciting, but even more than exciting, very curious to put the puzzle pieces together that Andy Muschietti has set for us. And, you know, sooner rather than later, a lot more things are going to become clearer as well. So I'm really, really excited about that. Still a shame that you go on Twitter, though, and people are trying to tear all this down and get angry and get triggered. I guess that's what happens when you lose. John, you will probably see photos of Sasha with fans soon. That would be sensational. That'd be amazing. I'm just sad that it's not this fan. Jeff Hill, hey, how are you doing, Jeff? We've got the good ones in. We've got Ronnie for now. We've got John for now. We've got Jeff for now. This is a random bonus stream. You can talk about any film or any TV show you want to talk about, past, present, or maybe future in development, anything from any decade. You can talk about it. Ronnie Dodge, I do think the end of the movie is being filmed today as they're filming at St. Paul's in DC. Word said Iris and Barry seen today. Also, interesting. Or it could be the beginning of the movie. Who knows, Ronnie? Very interesting. There's obviously going to be lots of sections to the end of the movie. Because obviously once he reboots the universe and goes back to his present day, there's going to be different scenarios played out as well. So obviously these things only take 3 months to shoot. As I say, it used to take 6 months to shoot a movie, even in the early days of CG and post-production and VFX. But now it doesn't take very long. Superman the movie took over 18 months to shoot. That's a big difference when you don't have to do everything in the camera. Literally, they shoot for 3 months. They do the VFX, they do the post, and if they need to do pickups again, they're quite happy to do so. Ronnie Dodge, I do love Wonder Woman supporting a children's hospital on that bus. That is sensational. That's more world building, Ronnie, than the previous iteration of this franchise ever had. To have Wonder Woman on a bus supporting a children's foundation or charity or hospital, as you say, is brilliant. It does look like a Central City bus. I'm guessing it's before the Flashpoint happens, but it could be something different because in Back to the Future, we have these different things like newspapers and things like that. So there could be an element of Back to the Future in this as well, because really Back to the Future 2 is Flashpoint. So listen, I've got a lot of theories. I'm very, very interested in what they're doing. And I just can't believe we've got to wait till not this November, but the following November for this movie. I don't think I can stand it. And also, as I was saying, Ronnie, Jeff and John, there are rumours that the Batman is over 3 hours long. I don't know how true these rumours are, as it was from a Snyder fan complaining that the Batman is over 3 hours long. and BVS had half an hour cut from it. John, the Batman is going to do reshoots next month. Who told you that? Ronnie Dodge, I love Sasha's cape. It's very long. Yes, I love Sasha's cape. I forgot to mention that. She has a very, very long cape and exactly the same length as Henry Cavill's. Are we seeing the connections yet? Like father, like daughter? Some people are trying to say it could be Nicolas Cage's Supergirl. Listen, I think she's Earth 1. There's too many similarities here, isn't there? She's from the future. She's from the future. She's Henry's and Amy's daughter. I think they're dead in the future, and I think this is all part of her arc. And why she wants to travel to the present day of our DCEU to pre-warn and preempt their deaths. That would be a very emotional storyline for Sasha Calle's Lara Lane Kent. Very interesting. But we will see what's going on. I have heard nothing about the Batman reshoots, to be honest with you. Ronnie Dodge, if people are not excited for this amazing movie, then they're in denial. I think if people are not excited for the movie, I mean, people don't have to be, but I mean, I'd be very shocked if you're a DC fan and not excited. Of course, if you're a fan of a director and you're a bit intimidated by what's going on, then maybe you wouldn't be a fan, and I kind of get that. Kurt, Manchester United fan, Australia, glazes out. Hey, brother. Hey, Kurt, how you doing? Welcome to the bonus stream. But as I say, for me personally, I just keep on thinking about this movie. I can't wait to see this movie and see what this thing actually is. Wow. It's very awesome. The hype engine is here. And Andy Muschietti making sure he filmed in this part of London is very exciting as well, so the fans can see. Him sending Ezra and Michael out to take a picture with the fan. It's all Andy Muschietti. So it's all great public relations, as I've already said. Richie Mohamic, I think we're in for a surprise, and she's from the Open Pod in MOS, etc. But she's been off-world helping out somewhere. Ronnie Dodge, Barbara shared on her Instagram stories not to share stuff from the set and wait to see Sasha's Supergirl costume in her glory. Oops. Sorry, Babs. It's a bit late for that. Listen, I respect that. I won't share anything else. So that's exciting. Let's examine what Ronnie said here, because this is interesting. Barbara shared on her Instagram stories not to share stuff from the set and wait to see Sasha's Supergirl costume in her glory. That's interesting. I mean, I would like that. That kind of says that we're going to get a reveal very soon of her in her costume, and I can't wait. Let's go to Barbara's Instagram and give her some applause and give us some support for that. So, where are we? Andy Muschietti, Barbara. Let's have a look. Flash community, please be respectful to the Muschiettis and not... Let's look again. Sasha Calle filming her Supergirl costume. Let's make the first official photo of her as Supergirl. Hang on a minute. Let me screenshot this. What the hell? Let me screenshot it, please. That's it. I'm going to give her some applause, even though I've already shared it. Let's just hope she doesn't find out. Right, let's read that. Let's read what she said. Right, let's read what she says. Right, I'm going to get to your point in a minute, Richie, because I have an opinion on that. Ronnie Dodge, Barbara shared on her Instagram, we read that. Kurt, Manchester United fan, Australia's lasers out. Manchester United favourites to sign Harry Kane, 100 million. Manchester City will win Premier League and Champions League, bro. Manchester United favourites to sign Harry Kane. I'm not really a big Harry Kane fan, to be honest with you. Probably all rumours. It is a Sunday after all, Kurt. I know in the UK, the bullshit's really out. Right. Richie Mo talking about this being the Kara from the Open Pod. I don't think it is. I think if we go back to the prequel comics, isn't Supergirl blonde? This Supergirl has black hair. I don't think she's Kara Zor-El. I do agree about the Lara Lane Kent theory. I think she's Henry's and Amy Adams, Lois Lane's and Clark Kent's daughter in the future. Barry sees her in the future, and they're dead in the future, and she decides to go back to the present day to try and save their lives. That's my theory. I'm sticking with that. As much as I would like to see that version, I don't think it is. Richie Mo, where do you think she's from, Ronnie? Well, a few days ago, Ronnie did say on his very channel that he believes she's from the future. Ronnie does. I just want to see Ezra in his new costume, as do we all, my friend. Jeff Hill, her cape looks unreal. Can't wait for the costume reveal. Neither can I. So let's read what Barbara Machete said. Flash community, please be respectful to the Machetes and not share photos of Sasha Calle filming in her Supergirl costume on set. Let's make the first official photo of her as Supergirl that more special. Can I just say something here? You're filming in broad daylight in London. You're shooting one of the most important films in terms of DC history. You're asking the impossible. I don't think it's being disrespectful, Barbara and Andy. I just feel that people are excited. And if I were you, the best thing you can do, because there's nothing you can do about it. You're not doing anything wrong. You're there shooting out in the open. People are going to take that opportunity. They're excited. People can sell these pictures. People can post these pictures and get likes and shares. I have indeed shared these pictures as well. You were probably better served doing a proper reveal of Sasha in her costume before you started shooting. So I think that's probably your mistake. And maybe instead of blaming the fans, maybe you should have just shown us the reveal before you started shooting, as you plan on showing us her in her glory anyway. Richie Mo, wherever she's from, I believe it's going to be amazing. And I'm hyped for Andy and Babs. Absolutely. Ronnie Dodge, these things happen. I understand Barbara and Andy want to make it special. Of course they do. I understand that. I just feel when you're shooting in broad daylight, there's nothing that can be done about it. John, Robert Pattinson and Colin Farrell are going to do some reshoots for the Batman next month. I saw it on Twitter. Right, John, who posted it on Twitter? This is very important, right? You've got to be careful who you listen to. Was it the Hollywood Reporter? Was it Variety? I'm excited, right? There's nothing wrong with reshoots. Not all reshoots are bad, but I need to know your source there on it, John. Where did you see it from? Richie Mo, do you think Batfleck will get a new suit? Aha! Well, this is interesting because I do have a theory. I, in fact, have a theory, and some people have said to me that Ben Affleck has reiterated to Warner Brothers that he doesn't want to hang up his cape. And I have a theory. So maybe if we see him in his costume in the beginning of the film before Flashpoint, he will have the old costume on. And I think if he survives Flashpoint and he's still around in the present day in Earth 1, he will then have a new costume like all the characters will after Flashpoint. That's how I see it. Ronnie Dodge, my hype for this movie is in hyperactive. I thought you were going to say hyperdrive. Listen, it's so exciting, guys. It really is. And I'm so happy that I'm doing these live videos and we can talk about it. I do hope we can get some news later on as well. Yeah, sorry, Barbara. If you check my Twitter or my Instagram, you're going to see that I've shared those pictures as well. But I'm just a fan at the end of the day. She's going to go, you just applauded me and you'd be sharing the pictures. Sorry, Babs. Spank me. 7 people in the chat, 1 like. Right, I'm turning my back on you. I'm turning my back on you. When I turn around, I want to see some likes. This is outrageous. You've got 3. 1, 2, 3. I want to see some likes. Oh my God, this is despicable. Oh, 3 likes. That's more like it. I shouldn't have to remind you. Right. The DC Syndicate. And I'm assuming they didn't have a source. Yeah, you can't listen to them. Listen, there could be reshoots. It's not a big deal, obviously. We will see. But there are rumours that film's over 3 hours. Richie Mo, imagine we get a reveal of Flash Batman in 89, Batfleck and Supergirl, or standing in a row like in Justice League animated series. That would be amazing, Richie. And at the end of Zack Snyder's Justice League, I will implode low. Yeah, if we see like a trio of these characters, that would be sensational, and it's more than plausible. But yeah, they're filming in the middle of London. This was going to happen. People are visiting. People are visiting London today. It's like I don't know, like a museum or something. What did you expect? I don't think some people in entertainment today understand how big these superhero films are, even the people making them, and they don't really get that people are excited. And if you've got her in the outfit, take the picture before you start filming. Give us an official picture. You know that's the easy thing to do if you're triggered by these half-hearted pictures. Reveal it. Ronnie Judge, my hype for this movie is in hyperdrive. That's more like it. I think we need some aircon. Jeff Hill, Black Widow box office prediction. Well, I expect all box offices now to be to pre-pandemic highs. So this film, I believe, will get bad reviews by some quarters. I think it will have a great opening box office, but I think it will have a terrible second week. So I think you're looking at about 500 million. I think 500 million. Again, I could be wrong. I'm wrong like a couple of times. I'm not always right. I'm mostly all the time right. But yeah. So anyway, yeah, I see that film not making like your $1 billion. I think it's pretty obvious what this film is. Too Little, Too Late, and this is not a Natasha Romanoff film. This is a Florence Pugh film setting up her Black Widow. Ronnie Dodge, this movie is my most anticipated CBM of next year. Sasha looks amazing on that descent, and it wasn't a threatening landing either. Oh yeah, she looked amazing, didn't she? I actually made the point on one of my socials saying, you see, it's not just red carpets and glamour. That poor kids on those, on those with those strings being held up, that is painful, my friends. That is difficult. Jeff Hill, how big of a role will Sasha have, you think? I hope she has a big part in the movie. I do think so. And if my prediction is right about her being a DCEU Earth 1 Supergirl from the future, Henry and Lois's daughter, Superman and Lois's daughter, and then she goes back to the present day to try and pre-warn her parents about their deaths, I think she will play a big role. And I think everyone's hoping that for sure. Everyone's taken Sasha to their hearts, which I think is great, apart from a few idiots. John, can't believe that we have to wait a year before we see the Flash movie. More than a year. November 2022, isn't it? It's a long way. But it just makes the excitement and the hype even greater, doesn't it? Just imagine when we see the trailer. At least we get to see a trailer sometime this year, which is exciting. Yeah, I did unfollow the DC Syndicate because they were a bit rude to me. They didn't like one of my quote tweets. It's not really a good way, is it, of getting people to follow you and retweet you? I mean, considering the amount of times I've retweeted them, pretty stupid. Ronnie Dodge, she will have a big part of the movie, and this will lead into her having a solo movie. Yeah, I think so, and I hope so, yes. And if I am right, it all leads into her trying to stop her parents dying. Who kills them? I don't know. Obviously, Superman can be killed by kryptonite, and Lois Lane's a human being. But the future can change, so that's important. If they do get killed off in the future, Lara Lane Kent can change it by going back to her parents' past. It's kind of her own flashpoint, but if she does that, she could do what Barry Allen does, and this could be the moral of the story. Ronnie Dodge, DC fandom, hurry up, man. Yeah, a few months yet, Ronnie. July, August, September, about 4 months. So, yeah. We're going to have to be patient, that's for sure. So around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I always check Twitter for any news. I thought that was. I was joking. I thought because DC World has gone there today, and he was with this guy. I said I thought that was Ezra Miller for a moment, and I laughed. He's there. Wow. Of course, he's in London, isn't he? Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. Ronnie Dodge, I would love if we got a first flying scene with Supergirl. Oh yeah, that would be sensational. I mean, obviously. Oh, you mean yeah, definitely. But I mean, as marketing, it'll be fun if they could do something in post as well after they finish production. That will be fun. There's going to be a lot of fun, different ways they use to promote this movie for sure. We've already seen it with the way Andy kind of did the whole thing with Sasha announcing her casting. That was very exciting. I think that proves how important her role is within the new Flashpoint DCEU. So yeah, it's awesome. Things are changing, things are developing all the time. I can barely keep up with it. I think it's I don't think I know it's Sunday today, so I don't know what we're going to get today, if anything new, but it's interesting. The thing is, we haven't had a close look of Sasha anyway from all those photos, so it doesn't really spoil anything. John, I don't think Ben Affleck will get a new Batsuit in the Flash movie. Well, if my theory's right and he survives Flashpoint, I think that he will actually. Jeff Hill, are you a night owl or a morning bird? I'm definitely a morning bird, but I'm not an either or guy, Jeff, so sometimes I can be a night owl as well. I'll do an either or for you just to stir some shit while we're doing this bonus stream. Zack Snyder or Andy Muschietti? Zack Snyder or Andy Muschietti? I still think it's hilarious what David F. Sandberg did in response to what Snyder did with the Catgate thing. And so Snyder said Canon. So Sandberg had Shazam in some Shazam art taking a picture with a camera, and he said Nikon. So that was hilarious. Don't be cowards. Zack Snyder or Andy Muschietti? Choose. Ronnie Dodge, Andy definitely. Wow, controversial. Have you heard, Snyder fans? Have you seen what he's doing? Jeff Hill, we can't judge Andy until The Flash comes out. We can't, of course we can't. Although you can look at his other movies like It 1 and 2. Jeff Hill, but at least Andy doesn't act like a salty jerk. Well, this is the thing. I love Zack's DCEU movies, but this is the thing. I'm not blinded by fandom. And what you say there, Jeff, is the big issue. And this is why David F. Sandberg did the whole Nikon thing. Because, yeah, people don't like it. People don't like... He is very salty, I'm afraid. It does come across like that. They do feel that they can stop what's going on. I think they do feel that. Unfortunately, the fandom... Listen, it's clear there's a fandom and there's a will to restore the Snyderverse. Even I want that. But I think Jeff Hill makes a good point there. The salty jerk thing is absolutely spot on. So I love your film, Zach, but sometimes what you do isn't right. I mean, people are still arguing if, Supergirl is connected to Zack's Supergirl and Henry's Superman, and this is Snyder's vision, blah, blah, blah. Well, this Supergirl is not Snyder's vision. This has nothing to do with Snyder's vision. Of course, he created DC. He started the DCU universe, so those actors and those styles have to be there at the beginning of the movie. But when they do Flashpoint and reboot the universe afterwards, then things can change. Richie Mo, Andy did fantastic with It Part 1, and even though I enjoyed It Part 2, it wasn't very good. I have hope for the Flash though, and I wish him all the best. I think that It Chapter 2 gets a bad speak to it because it wasn't as good as the first one, but as a movie in its own right, it actually was pretty cool. But it wasn't as good as the first one. But I wouldn't say it was a disappointment to me because sequels, I know, apart from The Dark Knight and things like that, and normally sometimes can be disappointments. And It Chapter 1 was so good. I think this is a big deal for Andy, isn't it? This could take his career on a different level. He can literally be directing the main DCEU movies, right? If this is right, and if this hits as hard as we think it is, and it's as good as we think it is, Andy's going to be the main director in the DC Cinematic Extended Universe. And how exciting could that be for him and his career? And of course, Barbara. Richie Mo, I don't think he was being salty tweeting the Batcat thing. It was a joke, but he has been a bit salty on other stuff. He has. It's interesting because of the canon thing. It's all to do with his Justice League not being canon. I think so, maybe a little bit salty. But I know what you're saying, Richie Mo. Ronnie Dodge, Andy listens to the studio and making the biggest DCEU movie. Absolutely. It's not just about your vision when you're dealing with DC. You can make your vision when you're dealing with an original idea and nobody cares and people will embrace that and enjoy it. But when you're taking something that's so important to so many people, it's important that you listen to all quarters and you take some advice. Ronnie Dodge, I would love Andy to do the Flash trilogy. Well, let's hope that's the case. We're going to have to see how this film is. Fingers crossed. A Flash trilogy, that would be amazing. From the movie that rebooted the whole universe. How nuts would that be? Oh dear. Will there be any updates today? That's the thing. Will anything new drop today? It's a big movie and there's going to be lots of attention on it. And I'm afraid Andy and Barbara are just going to have to accept that. What are we all doing today? What movies are we watching? What TV shows are we watching? Let me know in the comments. Anything good on Netflix? Anything good on Prime? Richie Mo, me Sunday dinner's ready, Mick. I'm off to take care, everyone, and I'll speak soon. See you later, Richie. God, I'm so tired today. Take it. See you later, Richie. Have a good one. Sunday dinner. Right, so that's about 2:30 where you are. It's 4:30 here in Cyprus. Oh, dear. What a life. What a life, eh? I don't think anyone can really predict the Flash movie. I think it's so random, isn't it? It's a movie where anything can happen, and anything in this current universe can change. I bet you everyone will be binging every DCEU movie before they see the Flash. See it one more time before it all changes. Wow. 6 people in the chat. How you doing? We can talk about anything you want. Anything that floats your boat, from entertainment, movies, TV, from any decade, any generation. Get talking. John, have you seen the movie The Lighthouse with Robert Pattinson? It is sensational, yes. Jeff Hill, what's your favourite cereal? Well, sometimes it's Weetabix, sometimes it's shredded wheat, and sometimes it's Cocoa Pops. Cocoa Pops and Frosties. I like Frosties as well. I mean, when I was a kid, I ate them all the time. I haven't eaten cereal for a long time. Oh, yes, Robert Pattinson's a very good actor. He's done a lot of great indie movies. He's going to be great as the Batman, that's for sure. So that will be the next movie after James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. Jeff Hill, what's your diet comprised of? In the morning, I have toast with butter on it. And then I kind of have a second breakfast, which is normally jam and cheese, slice of cheese with some jam. Lunch could be anything. It could be a fry-up. It could be chicken nuggets. It could be anything, really. Pizza. Dinner's normally a Cyprus kebab, which obviously is meat. Sometimes a doner kebab. So it's not the greatest of diets. On a Sunday, I do make a roast with veg and everything. So that's the more healthier meal, isn't it? A salmon and rice sometimes. Curry. So that's the kind of stuff that I eat. Hey, Sensei. Control. Remember, keep the chat going. Ask me anything. Talk about anything in entertainment. I think we've got about 20 minutes of the chat. What do we think is going to happen to the Harry Potter franchise? J.K. Rowling's kind of ruined it. Ugh. John, not many superhero movies are 3 hours. Are you talking about the Batman potentially being 3 hours? No, not many are. Obviously, the Snyder Cut was over 4, but normally they're about 2.5 hours. JDTSB, 20 minutes. Boy, I'm late. Well, about 20 minutes or so. Make the most of the 20 minutes you have left. Ask me anything. Let's have a conversation. You have got the best. Let's start again. You have got the best YouTuber on the planet who talks about movies and TV. Make the most of my presence in front of you. Kneel and then ask me a question. Unfortunately, there's no updates at the moment. We'll check again. Yeah, no updates. Right, where are we? Dave D, 1988, Ethan. Oh boy, prepare for those people with agenda moat and those people with agenda moat and complain about the runtime again. Oh yes, I'm looking forward to it. There already are. John, going to get Batman The Long Halloween Blu-ray tomorrow. I pre-ordered it ages ago and it was dispatched today, but I'm in Cyprus. I ordered it from Amazon UK, so it's going to take a while, but I cannot wait to get that movie. I think I ordered it on Prime Video digitally as well, so I'm going to check that out. Nigel, wonder how this Flash film will be. Hopefully awesome, Nigel. It's definitely very exciting seeing it all happen in front of our very eyes. Wow. History is being made in front of us, and it is because it's rebooting a universe. It's the first Flash movie ever. It's exciting. It's a multiverse movie. It's a reboot of the franchise. You can't ask for better than that. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. Nigel, though there's rumours that all the Justice League actors want in on it, yeah, they're all in it anyway, I think. Well, I don't think Ray Fisher will be, but who knows? JDTSB, any news on Uncharted? No news whatsoever. No news is good news, JDTSB. I don't think there's going to be much news on a Sunday either, to be honest with you, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, that's more like it. I feel comfortable now. Dave D, 1988, even got to go. I've got laundry to do. See ya. Laundry is more important than me. How dare you? Humberto Correa, happy Father's Day, all. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers and dads out there. I'm not a father, so doesn't affect me as far as I know. I don't want to see any illegitimate daughters turn up on my doorstep today. Thank you very much, but happy Father's Day, everyone. JDTSB, your thoughts on Black Panther 2? Well, this is interesting. Is this the film that should never have happened? They talk about respect, but they are going on with this. Obviously, they're focusing on Wakanda. They're going to call it Wakanda Forever. I think this could be quite a good movie. I think they've obviously kind of had the plan for a while. Who knows if they actually did know that he was dying. They claim they didn't. He kept it a secret. But I think this could be a really good film. I think it's going to focus on the characters, the supporting characters. So I think this could be actually a very awesome film. Definitely better than Black Widow for sure. Edward Arnott. So the Flash film is actually going to connect bigger from the set photos. Absolutely. Yeah, this is huge. This is proper world building as well, Edward. So very exciting. Yes, it looks like we are heading with the DCEU with a more connective tissue, world building, Easter eggs, cameos. And I think mostly that's what people would like to see in the future of the DCEU, the DC live action universe. Remember, you can ask me anything about entertainment, movies and TV. That's what I'm here for. 12 people in the chat. That's like 12 million to me. John, do you think Doctor Doom will be in the MCU? I hope so, John. I hope so, because he's an amazing character. And I think he should be front and center in the MCU. But they haven't done it yet. So all we can do is cross our fingers. But what a brilliant character Doctor Doom is. And we definitely want to see him probably in a Spider movie. Spidey movie, should I say. A Spider-Man movie. He's great. So I can't tell you for sure, but I would like that to be the case. I'm so tired. It's mad, isn't it? JDTSB, any news on whether Marvel is going forward with Blade? I really like the previous movies except the third. Yes, Mahershala Ali is playing Blade. It's happening. It's in development. It's a done deal, Edward Arnett. It's part of the latest phases of movies and TV shows. So I'm excited about that as well. If you do Blade properly, it could be an amazing movie. Ben Pottimer, do you think Reverse Flash will be in the movie? This is a difficult one. I think he will definitely be involved, even if it's just a cameo or a post-credit setup for the next movie or the next arc of the DCEU. But yeah, I think we will see him definitely. How big he's involved, I'm not sure. JDTSB, hope they do it well. So do I, yeah. Oh, Blade's a great character, and I think Mahershala Ali will do a great job. Edward Arnett, do you think Black Widow is a good film or a bad film? I've been seeing mixed reactions. Even the good reactions, if you examine the wording, no compliments for the villain or the plot. So that tells me that the reviews are going to bomb. There's going to be a lot of negative reviews for sure. I can assure you of that. So yeah, I don't particularly think it's going to be a good movie, and I think we're going to find that out. Nigel would honestly love to see if Batman would meet the Doom Patrol. Oh yeah, that would be easy. But what Batman? What Batman would suit the Doom Patrol? I think Michael Keaton. JDTSB, not a comedy for Blade, please. I don't think it'll be a comedy. I'm sure there'll be gags in there, but not a total comedy. Edward Arnott, that's the thing. More mixed reactions are coming out on the third act. The messy story at the end. The terrible villain. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what they're talking about. They're going to go with the agenda of a great first two acts and the third act being terrible. It's so they can straddle the line, really. And that's how I see that, Edward. But I don't think it's particularly a good film, and I think people would admit to that. It may even be one of the weaker MCU films. What it is, this is not about Natasha Romanoff. This is building up and developing and showing you basically and setting up the new Black Widow. And that's a fact. No special effects needed. Edward Arnett, early embargo lifts next week. So, yeah, this will determine if people will see it or not. Very interesting. Sometimes people do ignore critics, by the way. People who went to see Suicide Squad, the first one, ignored the critics, and the reviews were bad, but the movie made a hell of a lot of money. That proves that critics are not always effective in reviewing movies. So that is interesting, because most critics hated Suicide Squad, but the fans went in their droves, and it nearly made $800 million globally. JDTSB, I enjoyed the first Suicide Squad film. So did I, actually. I think it's great. I think it's a lot better than people give it credit for. That's for sure. But as usual, the critics didn't like a DCEU movie. Nothing has changed. Marvel, you got one bad review and you're throwing your weight around. How ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, the first Suicide Squad for me was very, very passable. I think it was great. So I don't really know the critics' problem with that film. I like David Ayer's Suicide Squad. I think it's got some great moments. Edward Arnett, James Gunn confirmed final trailer next month for the Suicide Squad. Yes, interesting. I still think we may get a surprise one next week, but yeah, one more trailer to go, and I couldn't be more excited. JDT SB, haven't watched the Titans trailer. How is it? Yeah, it's very short. It's pretty much about these heroes being in Gotham and losing their lives and risking their lives. I liked it. Ben Pottimer, excited for Matrix 4? Yes. I think well, I don't know if it's going to be great, but it's just great that we're getting another one. Nightjaw, that's true. I'm not sure I would work with Batfleck that well. Not quite sure. John, do you think Blade will be rated R? Difficult to tell. I mean, they're rating R Deadpool 3, but that's down to Ryan Reynolds pushing them. I'd be very surprised if they gave another movie within the MCU an R rating. That's for sure. Keep it going. Great comments thus far. This is Movies TV Mad. You can follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad, Instagram and TikTok at Movies TV Mad 555. And of course, I'm here on Movies TV Mad on YouTube. There are no headlines today. There are no updates. Nothing's changed since yesterday. JDTSB, what will be released after B by Marvel mean? What will be released after B by Marvel mean? I don't understand the question. Sanjan Reviews, have you seen the set pics with Barry and Iris together? I haven't. I haven't seen these set pics. Barry and Iris together. I want to see this. I'm going to have to check them out, surely. JDTSB, Batman Black Widow. What will be after B by Marvel, I mean? JDT, Batman Black Widow. What will be after Batman and Black Widow? I have no idea, JDTSB. Sorry, autocorrect is messing with me. Suzuki Gixar, Black Adam filming 3 weeks left. Yes, very exciting. I did see an interview with Pierce Brosnan saying he's about to try on the mocap suit. The schedule is changing and they're not far away from completion. Very excited. Edward Arnett, Keaton is seen in a photo on a set of The Flash. Awesome. Edward Arnett, Black Adam is almost wrapped up. JDTSB, what is Marvel's release plan? Well, I think, haven't we got a list of when they're releasing stuff? Have they not publicly said when they're releasing stuff? I thought that they had. Ben Pottimer, do you think Andy will share Batfleck symbol next? Definitely. Definitely, and that's very exciting. He could do Superman's. That would break the internet. The confirmation of the return of Henry Cavill in the Flash movie would break the internet for sure. We've been waiting since 2017. Hopefully he shares Batfleck's symbol, that's for sure. Only me. Right, we've got about 3 minutes of this stream, so get your comments down there so I can respond before I switch off. Suzuki Jigsaw waiting for a Black Adam suit reveal. Oh yeah, I forgot all about that Suzuki Jigsaw. Good point. Can't wait to see that either. It's going to be so comic book accurate. I can't wait, and it's going to look amazing on The Rock. Edward Arnett, I'm waiting for Black Adam trailer, aren't we all? Ronnie Dodge, the DCEU future is amazing. Yes, it is, Ronnie. The Flash movie is pretty much the Man of Steel of the new era, isn't it? It resets everything. It's the origin story. Wow, I'm hyped. And I'm sure everyone else is as well, mostly. Nightjaw, Ronnie Dodge, agreed. And Ronnie Dodge, I agree as well. Ronnie Dodge, I'm sad people are not excited for these movies. Well, it's their loss, isn't it, Ronnie? We're excited. We know what's going on. It's cool for us. If they don't want to be excited for it through their own bias and standing, that's their problem, I'm afraid. You can't change people, can you? Why bother? Right, remember everyone, I will be back at 6:30 p.m. UK time for the movies. Well, for Movies TV Mad live, 6:30 p.m. Check your local times. I'll probably post the link after I leave this stream. John, it could be Brandon Routh Superman in the Flash. It will be. He will be there. Nightjaw, hopefully Henry Cavill is in Black Adam. I expect him to. And Shazam, Fury of the Gods, and Flashpoint. There's going to be more than one of each character in this movie. It is a multiverse movie, so it's not just one option for Superman, John. That's what's exciting about this. I mean, Sasha Calle would kind of work with Nicolas Cage being his daughter, so that would be kind of interesting as well. We shall see. One thing's for sure, The Flash, Shazam, Aquaman, The Batman, Black Adam are all very exciting projects, and I think one thing's for sure as well, us here as part of this platform are so pumped for it. Ronnie George, see you at 6:30, mate. See you at 6:30, Ronnie. Thanks for the support. Thanks for coming on board. I've been a bit tired for the past half hour. I'm really sorry. I've tried my best to keep my eyes open. That's why I will keep on moving about and slapping my face. So I hope I didn't freak you out. I'm going to get some sleep. I'm going to come back and I'm going to be wide-eyed and bushy-tailed for the main stream. I hope you're enjoying the platform. I hope you're enjoying the live streams. And I will be back later with you, hopefully with some more information about this multiverse strategy, the future of the DCEU, and this Flash movie that people can't get enough of. So until tonight, 6:30 p.m., here on Movies TV Mad, I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye for now. Thank you again. Can't believe I'm so tired. Less shagging. Sam Shazam reviews. Will Shazam appear on the Flash movie? Maybe. Probably. I think so. See you tonight, everyone. You can ask me whatever you want then. See you later.